So now I have to get the Colposcopy, basically where they take a biopsy of my cervix to see if I have precancerous cells or cancer. Always fun. This is the second time I've had this happen. So we can't continue fertility treatment until this is done and clear and everything is okay. Story of my life. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Nicole and this is my trying to conceive video. So I think in my last video I told you guys about how there was 2 eggs. Well, what had happened was I still had 2 eggs. The egg on my right side did not grow as big as they were hoping it to grow. It ended up staying at like, I think it went to like 15 or 16, but the one on my left side, it went up to like 18 or like to 20 or something. So it was ready. Anyway, did my trigger shot last week Wednesday, which today is, I want to say it's the 15th. School is starting tomorrow, so I think school starts on the 16th. I don't know, but anyway, it's either like the 15th or 14th or 15th. So I did my trigger shot last week, which was the 7th. And then everything was all good and hunky-dory until I got an email on the 8th. The email was stating that my pap smear came back abnormal, so I had to get a biopsy done, or a colposcopy or whatever it's called done. So I had to schedule one ASAP. Scheduled it for the 9th, which is that Friday. Anybody who has had to go through this, you know what it is. It's where they take like a piece of your cervix out. It's painful, whatever. I told work I'm not coming back that day. So get to my appointment on Friday, and of course they want you to take a urine test to see if you're pregnant and all of that fun stuff. So what do? I have to take a urine test, find out if I'm pregnant. I know I'm not pregnant. Everybody knows I'm not pregnant because we literally just did an ultrasound on Tuesday to see if I was pregnant. Well, not pregnant, but I peed in a cup on Tuesday, and we did the ultrasound on Tuesday. So my test comes back positive, and they're like, oh, it's a faint positive. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Why would it be a positive pregnancy test when we all know I'm not pregnant? And then I start thinking about it, my trigger shot. So in the most trigger shots, which if you have done this and if you have not, I'm going to explain it to you. A trigger shot is basically a certain amount of HCG hormone that's going to help you and act as that LH, or the hormone that makes you ovulate. And so they inject you with the HCG hormone. So if you take a pregnancy test from the time that you inject yourself for, I think it's like up to 10 days, it's going to come out as positive or a faint positive. Hence why you get false positive pregnancy test. Anyway, so I know this, my doctor knows this, but my gynecologist doesn't seem to know this. So she's like, oh, well, we can't fully go through with everything because you are pregnant. And I'm like, I'm not pregnant though, it's my trigger shot. And she's like, well, just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna send you up to the lab and we're gonna do another pregnancy test and we're going to do a blood test. Because her words, not mine, because the trigger shot might not show up on a blood test. Right, so we go upstairs and I get pricked in the arm to do a blood test to see if I am pregnant. Well, later on that night, because I also had to do another urine test, so I had to pee twice within an hour, and that's hard to do. I had to have water running. I had to sit there and think of like a river. Like I even went as far as making the sink have warm water and then pouring it on my hoo-ha, because that's what you're supposed to do when you're trying to help potty train your child. You pour warm water down there because of some type of sensation or whatever, not sensation, but whatever. It makes them think about going pee, and then like a couple of seconds or a minute later, they're actually peeing. I had to do that. Long story short, with that, yeah, I peed. So then after that, I had to basically wait to see if I am pregnant. So the whole biopsy and all that stuff has to get put on hold. So I'm still currently waiting for my results from the first one to come back, because once those results come back, then we can decide if I need to do an even bigger biopsy or if it's just going to be a little small one. Yeah, not looking forward to that. But anyway, so come home. Tim's like, well, wouldn't it be crazy if you were? Like, let's do the math. Like, would it have shown up on Tuesday or what? After doing the math and everything and figuring it out, I would have been a month pregnant, and I'm pretty sure the baby would have showed up in the ultrasound on Tuesday. Actually, I think the baby would have showed up in the ultrasound on the first day of my cycle. So, yeah. But anyway, so Tim's like, well, there could still be a possibility. So he has his hopes up. And he's like, you know, you could be pregnant. I'm excited. As I'm being the Debbie Downer, and I'm like, no, it's not possible. It's impossible. It's literally physically impossible for me to be pregnant. So anyway, next day, Saturday, I look at my phone and it said positive pregnancy test, urine test, yay. And it's like, no. So I'm waiting a couple of hours till they bring up the positive blood test, because I know it's going to be positive because the HCG is in my system, not just in my urine, it's in my system. So I was like, you know what, I'm tired of it, because I want to know the level of it, so that way it's like, okay, so it's a lower level, because if I was actually pregnant, obviously that level would go up, or it might even be higher than what it actually is. So I call the advice nurse, and she's really nice, and she was like super excited to tell me that I was pregnant. I'm not pregnant. So anyway, she was like, congratulations, like it looks and shows that you guys been doing fertility treatment for quite a bit and all of that. And she's like, I'm just super happy for you. And I'm like, oh, why, thank you. But I'm not pregnant. I was like, I need you to do me a favor and look up if the trigger shot is going to affect my pregnancy test. And she was like, oh, okay. She looked it up. I told her the hormone that I was using, and then she kind of was like, oh, no, you're not then. If you did it Wednesday, you have to take the pregnancy test on Friday, and then here it is Saturday, you have it in your system. And I was like, thank you. So she put that on the notes, so then I'm not getting a phone call on Monday with another person congratulating me on being pregnant when I'm not pregnant, because everyone knows. You get a positive pregnancy test, you're excited, you are like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. But if you have that doubt where you're like, no, I'm not pregnant, it takes a doctor to tell you. But if all the doctors are sitting there thinking, oh, she's pregnant, and you're like, no, I'm not, and they're just sitting there congratulating you and being all excited for you, and you're like, I'm not pregnant, but then you start to think, maybe I am. Because if the doctors are over here congratulating me, and the doctors are over here saying like, oh, you're pregnant, maybe I am. And so at one point, I was Googling it, and I was looking up questions and looking up things like, is there a possibility I'm pregnant? I took the trigger shot Wednesday and all of this, or whatever. Does it show up on blood tests? I saw a couple of websites that says the HCG trigger shot hormone, whatever, does not show up on blood tests. And so I kind of got pumped. I was like, oh my gosh, I could be pregnant. I was like, maybe I just did the timing wrong. Maybe I ovulated at this time instead of this time. And if that happened, then like going on into this whole little like mathematical equation, just to then realize like, you know what? No, I'm not about to get my hopes up. I'm not about to sit there and start trying to drive myself insane, trying to figure out if I'm actually pregnant or not, because I know I'm not. So I stopped, took a breath, and then I called my fertility doctor on Monday and I explained to her what happened. And she was like, oh yeah, she's like, yeah, it's definitely the trigger shot. You're probably not pregnant. She's like, but if you did everything you're supposed to do, there's a possibility you could be pregnant in the next 2 weeks. So you need to, I'm in my 2-week wait right now. So she's pretty much stating, don't give up hope. I'm getting off my bed. But don't give up hope, all because that test came back negative. Forgot my car keys. Doesn't mean that I'm 100% not going to be able to have a child. So I was like, okay, I'll take my time. I'll be happy. I'll be chill. Like, no worries, nothing. Everything's going to be all hunky-dory good and gravy. I have all the lights off in my apartment because it's hot outside. So we're currently in our 2-week wait. Let's see, I took my trigger shot Wednesday. We did the baby dance Thursday, baby dance Friday, and we did our own IUI on Saturday. I took a syringe, like the ones for the pre-seed, and I put Tim's swimmers in that syringe and I injected it into myself, and then I had my body upside down against the wall for about 30 minutes. So our own IUI in a way. And so I'm pretty sure I ovulated on Wednesday, I want to say. Not Wednesday, Friday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Today is Wednesday. That's 5 days. The only thing I am experiencing right now is mild cramping, and it's not a whole lot. It's just very, very mild in my uterus area. So I'm hoping that that could be implantation, or at least the egg moving down there. I think implantation happens within like 10 days, but who knows? Maybe not. But anyway, I gotta go back to work. I'm probably running late anyway. Say bye, Buttons. Say bye. She was sleeping. So, ooh, I forgot my drink. Yeah, anyway, I'll post videos, I'll post pictures. I'll even show you the stuff that I used for our insemination. So yeah, but I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. I hope you guys all enjoy the rest of your week. And for those of you who are in your 2-week wait, let me know, because we could be baby buddies. And I'm hoping we're baby buddies because I think that would be amazing. Yeah. So, I'll talk to you guys soon. Once again, let me know. Leave a comment, like my channel, subscribe please. Because I have a good feeling about this. See you guys later. Bye.